Hi, good everyone, Narapsters. Welcome back to another episode of the Aspirants or that are running for presidential election. And today's case study is David Umahi. My name is Judah Shambadi, by the way. So the aspirant for this is David Umahi, and David Nweze Umahi, fondly called Engineer Dave, was born to the humble family of Elder and Deaconess Joseph Umahi Nweze in Uma, Umunaga, Uburu, in Oharza local government area. Good. So, local government area of Ebonyi State. He attended Umanaga Primary School in Uburu from 1971 to 1977, where he bagged his first living certificate. With distinction, Engineer Umai started his secondary education at Iza oh my god, forgive me, Igbo people. Izahugu High School in 1978 and 1979. He transferred to the prestigious government secondary school, Afikpo, where he completed his secondary education and passed his WAEC, or I think formerly known as WASI examination in Division 1 grade with excellent alpha performances in mathematics, which I was never good at, additional mathematics, statistics, physics, and chemistry. While in government, secondary school, Afikpo, young Dave was made a library prefect. I don't think I was already a library prefect. I was sharp, a PRO. This was predicted on his academic exploits, in spite of the fact that the tradition in the school was that only students who started in class one were qualified to hold any position in the school, such as school prefects. In the request for higher education, the young but hardworking Dave got admission into the Nambra State University of Science and Technology, where he obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in civil engineering from 1982 to 1987. Shout out to all the civil engineers out there. While in Anambra State University of Science and Technology, he was elected into the students' parliament as a senator representing engineering faculty and was very outstanding in all proceedings of the school's students' union government senate at the completion of the university's education he enlisted for the NYC scheme. So between 1988 and 1989, he did his national service in SAIPM SPA in Benin City. While serving there, he was made a sectional head of the cathodic protection engineering sector in 2.8 billion naira gas pipeline project from Escrevius in Warri in Egbin gas plant in Lagos. He was honored with the NYC State Award for his outstanding performance, which he really outdid himself actually. After his national youth service program, the vibrant engineer Day worked with SCC Nigeria Limited, an Israeli company, water engineering giants, and rose to the position of project engineer. It was here that his managerial and technical competence was brought to the force in his supervision of the historic Umahia water project of the Indieguru Aba flood control measures between 1988 and 1990. I pray I pronounce those ones right. So from 1990 to 1993, he became general manager and shareholder in Norman Engineering and Construction Nigeria Limited. This man was already well to do. He was already outdoing himself as engineer Dave. So a company which he co-founded with the then MD of NAFCON Port Harcourt, Dr. Ombo Isukariri. Sorry for the pronunciations again. Chief Engineer Dave Umahi was also the chairman and CEO of the following companies until March 2011, when he resigned his position and membership of all the companies due to election into public office. They include the offices he resigned: chairman and CEO of Bras Engineering and Construction Nigeria Limited; two, chairman and CEO of Focus Investment Nigeria Limited; and third, chairman and CEO of Osborne La Palm Royal Result Limited. So he resigned all of this just to go into politics. The man was really determined and had a vision for himself. So Umahi entered public service in 2007. This is the genesis of his political story. As the acting chairman of the Ebonyi State chapter of the People's Democratic Party from 2009 to 2011, he served as state chairman of the party. During that term, he served a year on the governing board of the Federal Medical Center in Asaba as its chairman. In 2011, Umahi became deputy governor, sharp sharp, governor of Ebonyi State on a ticket with the then governor Martin Elechi. However, in 2014, Governor Elechi supported Onyebuchi Chukwu, Minister of Health, as the successor, which Umahi stated violated an understanding that he would take that role. Umahi went ahead to defeat Chukwu in the primaries. Boss Joe. The remainder of Elechi's term was chaotic, with arson hitting the House of Assembly in February 2015, and the motion taken to impeach him later that month over alleged unconstitutional gross misconduct, misappropriation of funds, and anti-party activities. Umahi was elected to the role of governor in 12th April 2015, in an election that has been challenged by the Labour Party, All Progressive Congress, and All Progressive Grand Alliance on the basis of, quote, widespread irregularities, killing, and wanton destruction property. In 2015, the legitimacy of election was upheld by the Governorship Election Tribunal. On the 16th day of March 2019, David Umahi was re-elected as governor of the Ebonyi State governorship election. He polled 343,343 votes to defeat APC's Sonny Uboji, who polled, 81,703 votes. Wow, David Umahi really beat him. On November 11, 2020, Governor David Umahi declared the intention of joining the All Progressive Party. So, in doing that, he has achieved certain professional achievements in his professional line of politics. In 700-meter twin flyover bridges at Akanu, Ibiam roundabout, Ofia, Nwali Junction, the National Market bypass, and a pedestrian bridge at Ebonyi State University permanent site gates. His Excellency Engineer Chief David Umahi is a philanthropic with numerous chieftaincy titles, including Ekubara Oha as a cheerful giver. He has given meaning and value to the lives of many people of different ethnic nationalities under the Engineer David Umahi Education Foundation. Kudos to you, Chief Dave. Chief Umahi has given full scholarship to over 750 undergraduates. Wow. From the concession of the tertiary education to final year from 2009 to date. He also runs a charity through which he distributes essential materials and cash to widows, orphans, and less privileged periodically. Through his youth empowerment scheme, he has sponsored the training of young people in entrepreneurial skills, mobilized many financial, and today many of them are proud owners of thriving business. Membership of professional bodies. He was member of fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE. He's a member of National Society of Engineers, NSE. He's also a member of Council of Registered Engineers, COREN. He's also a fellow council of Technologists Nigeria, a member of the fellow of Council of Technologies of Nigeria, FCORTN. So, of course, the presidential party he is representing is, drumroll, All Progressive Congress Party. So, of course, as detailed as before in other episodes, there are often controversial issues about our aspirants, and I'm just trying to make aware of the controversial issues. If they were true, they were not, but still, you guys should know. So, in this light, He received backlash for following the establishment of rural settlements in the state. The Federal High Court in Abuja sacked the Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi, his deputy Kelechi Igwe, along with 15 lawmakers in the state over their defection from People's Democratic Party to the All Progressive Party. I don't know if it's common in other countries, but the fact that like our politicians change progressive parties like they change clothes is so astonishing. It's mind blowing, honestly. So Messrs. Umahi and Igwe in November last year defected from PDP, on whose platform they were elected into office in 2015 and to 2019. And in 2019, they defected to APC. So the 15 lawmakers who were elected on the PDP platform had also joined them in dumping the party for the APC. Determined to reclaim its mandate, the PDP had sued Messrs. Umahi and Igwe in one suit and the 15 lawmakers in other suits, with APC and the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, also joined as defendants in the two suits. The judge, Inyang Eko, declared the seats of the governors and his deputy and those of the 15 lawmakers vacant in his judgment on the suits on Tuesday. Mr. Eko ordered the governor, his deputy, and the affected lawmakers to vacate their offices immediately. Mr. Eko ordered INEC to receive names of the candidates from the PDP to replace Mr. Umahi and Igwe. Quote, the votes in any election in Nigeria are to political parties and not candidates, the judge held. The judge agreed with the PDP by defecting from party on which they were sponsored and elected. They had resigned or deemed to have resigned from office. So that's all for Engineer Dave Umahi as an aspirant of presidential election coming soon. So our sources were taken from Ebonyi State.government.nigeria and politiciandata.com. Thank you all. Thank you for listening and see you next time on Narration. God bless.